What? 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 Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DGB going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
Holy shit, welcome back to Insufferable Social Media Argument, the podcast. It's already on its fucking, third month?
Episode
it's like a whole
12.
Season. Yeah.
Episode 12. We're finally too old for Digibro to try to have sex with. We did it.
Yeah, we've made it a long way. We've got, our legacy segments that have been going forever.
You're not already jumping into that shit, are you? Because we have too much stuff to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot. This is going to be a top-heavy episode, I think.
It's going to be... The first 40 minutes, folks, is going to be talking about things that aren't debates, because there's just so much shit going on, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, episode 11 was on a different channel, because the one that you're listening to right now was deleted, but has since been reinstated. And I thought that would be the big news of the episode, that my channel was terminated and brought back to life like Jesus Christ himself. But no, that's fucking old news. That's news from, it feels like 3 years ago at this point, because there's so much other shit going on.
I don't know what any of it is. I'm completely in the dark about all this shit going on.
Well, here we go. First of all, Digi, the channel comes back. I put up episode 11 onto the channel so that, it's a complete series. But because it had Sharia in the title, those fucking cucks who got my channel terminated flagged the fuck out of it because we make fun of Sharia law again, even though we weren't making fun of it. We were being very open and honest about how great it is for reasons that we'll find out from the voting. So the video gets flagged, taken down, I get a strike. But then I get my buddy who saved my channel, Trusted Flagger, on Twitter, @TrustedFlagger, and he fixes it. But the thing is, he had to, he's not a YouTube mod. He just has, he's really good at talking to them. I don't know. But pretty much if he sends a video to YouTube, they will watch it guaranteed, and then they will pretty much always take down the strike. Yeah. So it's a roundabout way of saying that this morning, Digi, some poor guy at YouTube had to listen to us talk about how we want to fuck our own parents, and then he decided, you know what, this video's okay, and he accepted it and let it go back up.
Perfect.
What the hell is that in the background?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my mic, I'm trying to get comfortable.
Okay. So that's thing number one. Our show is under attack. I guess to go back a step, I said in episode 11, if I get my channel back, thanks to you, if Digi helps me get my channel back, I will suck your dick. And then when the channel came back, everybody's like, oh, now Mumkey has to suck Digi's dick. No.
No, I didn't do anything.
No, Digi didn't fucking do a single goddamn thing. I'm not sucking that Phimosis cock for nothing. He probably doesn't even want me to. He's got a girl to do that shit now.
Yeah. I didn't even have internet for the entire duration of your channel being down.
Yeah.
So, everything that happened, I was finding out about it, afterwards, suddenly your channel literally came back, hours before I got internet again. And I was like, oh, shit, now I can watch Mumkey like nothing happened.
Yeah, Digi was busy moving, so no dick suck for him. Another big piece of news for the show, I'm just going to go through these real quick. Mr. Asterios Kokonos has agreed to guest star on an episode of this podcast.
That shit blows my goddamn mind. That fucking dude. Well, it's the funny thing about Asterios Kokonos is that it's really hard to judge, how famous is he? Because, okay, this is a guy who's written for, all these major comedy websites.
He wrote for Mad TV. He wrote for The Onion.
Yeah. He's written for all kinds of big websites. He's written for, TV shows. He's been around the block a few times over. He's in his, mid-30s. He's a guy who's been around a long time. And he's been on The Dick Show, regular guest on that, and The Biggest Problem in the Universe. But at the same time, his actual presence as himself is not that well known. His YouTube channel has barely any subscribers or views. His Twitter, he and I hit 10,000 followers on Twitter at the same time, but I continued to bolt past him. But his Patreon's huge, so it's really difficult to gauge, like, how big is Asterios? Is he too big for our show? Like, are we or him more famous?
Well, I mean, we've had big, celebrity guests like Nolan North and Kermit the Frog, so I think
we had Nolan South.
Well, that's right. You're right. Shit.
So
we'll get into that later. We got a lot of voicemails from some supposed Nolans that we'll get into at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But what's great about having Asterios on this show is that this is ostensibly a ripoff of The Biggest Problem in the Universe. So to have the greatest guest from that show come onto this show, it's like we're in the Twilight Zone. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to it. I really want to hear his opinions on things like Sharia law. And,
no, Digi, don't say that. This video will get terminated if you say those sacred words.
I'm sorry.
Oh, one other thing that's funny is that in episode 11 we both agreed that, we can dump the bonus episodes for free since they got deleted by YouTube. So I dropped bonus episode 1 for free. 5 hours later, the YouTube channel is reinstated. So I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to drop episode 2 for free. Get fucked. So those lucky fuckers who held out on episode 1, they got to hear it for free. So I guess it's like a sample of what the bonus episodes are like. I don't know, but I'd be happy you got it.
We didn't intend for any future ones to be free. It was just going to be episodes 1 and 2 because those ones have been removed. And the idea was, this will be good for people to know because bonus episodes are like the best episodes of this show. So, it's good that we can sell people for the future.
Speaking of which, after this recording, we are recording bonus episode 3, and it's a very special episode because we've been hyping it up, baby. The last, it feels like 2 months we've been talking about how we're going to have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. And in bonus episode 3, ladies and gentlemen, me and Digi are going to face off. It's not just going to be a podcast. It's going to be an actual video you can watch of me and Digi dueling it out in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do we both have to record or just you?
I'll just record it.
We'll
I don't
figure
want
that out later. Why am I talking about that on the show?
I don't know.
All right, well, are there any other huge fucking updates that we need to know about? Any other big news? Heart-stopping fucking revelations? Fucking
I think
works of an enemy stand?
GoFundMe being a bunch of assholes is eternally relevant to this show because they cucked us on our trip to Greenland. They cucked us on our trip to South Korea. And now, just today, the day that we're recording this, they fucking cucked me again for something that was legitimate. It wasn't even a stupid meme joke.
Did they delete your...
Yes!
What? You had like $200 in there!
No, I had $1,200 in there.
What?
I had for those of you who don't know, I'm doing a Kickstarter, or I guess it was a GoFundMe, to buy a drawing tablet and to pay my artist cheap over, because I'm producing an Elliot Rodger book in the style of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And we wanted the money to buy a drawing tablet so that it wouldn't take us 2 years to make. The goal was $1,000. We made $1,200 in about 6 hours. And then before I can cash out, GoFundMe fucking deleted it for no reason. They literally sent me an email saying, "We can't tell you why." So I just replied, "Fuck you." And I made a video saying, you know what? Just send me the money on PayPal. I guess I got cucked. Fuck GoFundMe.
There's got to be something you could do, right? They can't just take $1,200.
No,
do they give it back?
Yeah, they refund it to everybody. Okay. So I got cucked for no reason. They pretty much pried $1,200 real dollars out of my hand today. Money that I technically earned.
Yeah.
So I gotta hope.
A bunch of fucks.
I gotta hope all my loyal supporters.
Why
the
fuck
did
they get rid of it? What was the logic?
There wasn't any. I asked them specifically why, and they replied saying, "We can't tell you." I don't even understand how that's a thing.
All right. Well, what was our hashtag we had? Fuck Indiegogo or something?
It was hashtag go fund racism and hashtag go fuck me or something like that.
All right, everybody, find GoFundMe's Twitter.
Yeah,
and
it's just at GoFundMe.
Do what thou wilt with that shit because this is fucking fraudulent. Yeah. Like this is obviously it was different when it was memes, but now this is real. Now the memes don't let our memes be memes and dreams, and don't meme your dream until it seems like it's steaming piles of shit. Go hit him up on Twitter.
Okay. Do you want to go into the voting from last week?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not very happy with it. The first debate we had was, should we celebrate that anime snob being deleted from YouTube? And with 52% of the vote, the winner was, yes, because he's Greek. That's you, Digi.
Beautiful.
And most of these votes were very close. It was a very divided week. And we do have a comment about that. From JHawkDX, he says, a moment of seriousness or whatever, that anime snob supposedly harassed some YouTuber who was going through depression and ended up in the hospital after a failed suicide attempt. This probably played a part in the termination of his channel. I'd still celebrate on his grave. What's that?
If it played a part in the termination, it might be people just flagging his videos in retaliation. But yeah, so a YouTuber called Pseudosteph, who's an anime guy, apparently like deleted all his fucking social media and was going, to commit suicide. And everyone was freaking out about it. And I guess Anime Snob made some glib, shitty video about it, like making fun of him for trying to kill himself. So not surprising that people would be a little vindictive over that one.
I mean, at least when we talk about suicide and make fun of it, it's because we actually are suicidal. It's a little different when you're just like some fucking snob, no pun intended, I guess, if that's not really a pun.
Well, you know, we only make fun of people who've actually committed suicide.
Because what are they going to do about it?
Yeah, you can't help them. They're already fucking dead. In fact, they helped themselves, so...
Yeah, no, all memes aside, I genuinely, like... If somebody commits suicide, you know, I commend them, because, like, I'm not brave enough to do that shit. The bravest thing you can do is go against all of the forces of nature inside your head that tell you stay alive and reproduce, to say fuck you to that shit and hold up your middle finger and actually commit suicide. That's like the highest level of bravery there is. So fucking good job, dude. Why not?
Yep.
Did you like, do I agree with him, or do we just move on?
No, sorry. My audience member is looking at the comments of the previous episode on their phone, and so I was distracted.
No, good. Maybe your audience member can bring in some, because I only brought in 2. Next, we have the only one that wasn't close. What is the best benefit of Sharia law? And with 74% of the votes, I won with you can legally rape any girl who isn't a Muslim. Let's not talk about that. Don't want to get terminated again.
What was my argument for that?
That women's eyes are emphasized.
Oh, I see why I lost.
You somehow got 116 votes out of that, though.
By the way, everyone has my audience member to thank for the fact that I am not shaking my legs, because I was a second ago, and I was made to stop. So consider this your representative force.
Well, really, it's only helping me, because I have to go through and edit your audio every episode to make the leg shaking go away. Yeah, unlike some...
Is it actually audible?
Yes. I'm not gonna name who, but maybe some saintly men who edit podcasts occasionally might not listen through it and edit out the things that shouldn't be in there. I'm not gonna say who, but I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Oh shit.
Then we had an argument that I'm very happy some guy at YouTube had to listen to. Would it be better to have sex with your mom or suck your dad's dick? And with 51% of the votes winning by 6 votes, one of the closest votes we've ever had, was suck your dad's dick. He deserves it. So that's you again.
Great man. Everyone who voted against that doesn't like their dad. That's what... Like, you know, I should have considered that before the vote, but, you know, there's enough good dads out there that I pulled out in the end.
I must have only got the black vote, since they don't have
Except
dads.
I didn't, for what it's worth, when I said I pulled out in the end, I didn't mean of my dad's mouth.
No.
Or his dick out of... I sucked it all the way to the end. I swallowed that shit.
Right. You swallowed your potential brothers and sisters. Yeah. And finally... Best way to celebrate your birthday, with 54% of the votes, kill yourself, Digi, you did it again.
Hey, I know.
That's 3-1, you beat me.
What was your argument?
Watching your worst enemy kill yourself, kill themselves.
No.
So I lose, Digi. What's the punishment? What are you gonna do?
Oh, do your fucking thing that you do when you don't know what to say in a podcast, and so you try to fill time with a certain 1920s jaunty jingle.
Oh, I don't know what you're going for, but I guess I'll improvise.
I'll give you a hint. It involves a animated dead frog.
You know, I grabbed a can of Rolling Rock out of the fridge because I thought I'd have to chug it, but if I can just get away with singing "Hello, My Baby," I'll do it.
Yeah, well, do it while drinking in between each line.
You know
Take
what,
a
fuck
sip
it.
in between.
Here
I'll
we
take
go.
a sip too in between each line.
Here we go, everybody. There you go. Oh, my
Do it between the lines, not during the song.
oh, my ragtime girl. Where you get? Baby, my heart's on fire. If you ever feel,
This is the most disjointed take on this song I've ever heard.
honey, you'll lose me, and then you'll be left alone. Gone.
Go on.
Oh,
That's
God,
not
I
even
just
a lyric
fucking
in
bombed
this-
it in my mouth.
Oh, gross.
And that's how the song ends, I
So
think.
baby, telephone and tell me I'm yours.
Okay, I'm gonna stop drinking for a little bit. That was pretty bad. I could have vomited on my mic.
You sound a little sloshed there.
Yeah, I came into this show already fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, Digi, is it time for Linkin Park?
Oh yes, play that fucking funky music, white boy.
I think we're almost to the lyrics, but I have no idea. I can't remember.
Isn't it like 1 second each time? or
It's like
something
2
that?
seconds.
Oh,
I played at the
Jesus.
beginning and the end of the segment, but it's the same same 2 seconds. So there's no like progression.
All right, well, moving into our long-running legacy segment. This show's been going on forever, and this segment has been going on even longer.
Yeah.
We're talking about the slow motion suicide. Monkey, how have you been slowly killing yourself this week?
I've been getting cucked, everybody. We had a big debate about cuckolding, I think, in episode 3. I don't even remember what we debated or who won, but I'm changing my answer to getting cucked is a bad thing. And here's
Okay.
why. First, YouTube cucked me. They delete my account. It takes me over a week to get it back. And now, today, GoFundMe cucks me out of $1,200. It's every time I get cucked, it's in like increments of $1,000. Because the first time, I had these 2 videos go viral on my channel. And thanks to the ad revenue, just from those 2 videos, I had $1,000 in ad revenue. Then YouTube deletes the channel. Oh, okay. Thanks for stealing my fucking money. Those people still watch the ads, but I guess the money just fucking vanishes. Thanks. And now I get cucked again and lose another $1,200. So that's why I'm gonna kill myself this week, because I keep getting cucked out of my money.
How many cucks does it take? Will the sheep over cuck be the suicide cuck, or is there a bigger cuck to be waited for in the wings?
Man, you better believe if I walk in on Sheep Over with like Jump Key or Alexa, it's fucking done. Like the show there will never be another episode of this podcast because I'll be hanging from the rafters in my closet.
Is there anybody who could cuck you harder than sheep? What if you came home and your parents had a new kid in the house and they just ignored you and pretended you weren't there?
Yeah, that happened when I was 3. It was called Patchy Jones. It was my brother. No, the biggest cuck I can imagine is if I get a message from Digibro saying, "Hey, I'm not doing that show anymore," and then the next day there's a new podcast called the Unwatchable Internet Argument Podcast with Digibro and Asperger. At that point, I think there is a point of no return. I think I'm eternally cucked. I have to give up.
Yeah. That would be pretty bad. All right. Is that all you got, Monkey? That's what's killing you?
Yeah, getting cucked out of money.
It's not even really suicide. I mean, it might bring you closer to suicide.
You
I
see,
guess
that's
putting
the
yourself
thing, though.
in situations where you'd get cucked might.
Yeah, I think in this segment I usually bring in reasons to commit suicide, and you bring in like methods. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we have a misunderstanding, but that's just the way I see it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that is how it's been.
There
feel
is
like
no
we've had
suicide
both.
without having a reason to do it.
That makes sense. Well, here's my slow motion suicide. And I'm actually thinking about changing careers, Monkey, because this is such a good suicide method that I could kill myself in like a year if I just changed careers. I'm thinking about becoming a mover. Because let me tell you, lifting furniture, great way to die. I came up here. I've moved in between episodes up to New York and Rochester. Not when you say New York, people just assume New York City. New York State is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Anyways, I moved up to New York, and I brought all my shit. Easy enough to move into the house. But then my girlfriend's like, hey, why don't we take this couch? It'd be nice if we had a couch in our place. And I'm like, what could go wrong? So then we, of course, try to lift this couch, and it weighs 8 million pounds. So we had to have her big football player brother come in, her younger brother, who's like a giant football linebacker guy. And he just lifts the couch like, yeah, all right, boom. And he lifts it. And meanwhile, I'm on the other end. Me. You know what I look like. I'm not a big football linebacker.
The only
I'm
thing
lifting
you
the
lift
other
is
half
a
of the
fucking
couch.
beer to your lips.
Exactly. So I'm on the other end of the couch, like, all right, gotta look good in front of my baby. Can't look weak. So we haul this massive fucking couch out of the house into the U-Haul. It barely fits in this 8-foot trailer that we've got. Then we take it to our place, and I'm like, oh shit, this isn't gonna fit through the front door. It's fucking massive.
Man.
So we had to mind you, we live in a townhouse, so the houses are all like one after another. So there's like a line of them. So in order to get this couch in through the back door, which is big enough, we had to go all the way around the entire line of houses and drag it into the back door. So by the time I was done moving that couch, I was half dead. I couldn't even move for the rest of the day, and I thought, yes! This is how I can do it. This'll be easy. It'll be over in no time. Just gotta move some couches. So that's my slow motion suicide for this week.
You might be the first man in history who wants to kill himself because he forced something big into his girlfriend's back door.
That's also a good slow motion suicide. I might bring that one in sometime.
Anal sex? Really?
It rends your dick, man. You can die of blood loss from your dick,
Hey, we have one other comment before... Oh, yeah. Here's your Linkin Park again. Okay, we have one other comment before we move on to the debates. But seeing how you couldn't even remember your own arguments, I don't think you'll be any help here. But somebody named Ernesto Torelli said, the Dark Souls joke made the episode just by itself. And I don't remember what he's referring to. Did we make a good joke about Dark Souls last episode?
I probably called something the Dark Souls of something.
I have no idea.
I probably said, oh, this is the Dark Souls of suicide methods or something.
Well, I don't listen to this shit, so somebody in the comments remind us what we were talking about.
Well, you listen to it to edit it, so...
Yeah, but I'm not going to listen to episode 11 again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Digi, you have the list of debates. You should introduce the first one.
I do. Our first debate comes from Sheepover. This seems like a nepotism.
No, she was the top voted comment on the last episode, so I figured we had to do it.
Did we do votes? I didn't even know that.
No, it's just like the comment got like 71 upvotes, so I was like, okay, fuck it, we'll do it. People want to hear this one.
Are you sure it didn't just get that many upvotes because it was Sheepover?
Who can tell? Who can tell?
Nepotism. Anyways.
Nobody knows.
Sheepover asks, which Muppet is the hottest?
Oh, man.
Well, this puts me at a disadvantage because I only know the names of like 2 Muppets, but,
there's Kermit and there's the
Miss
pig
Piggy.
one, Miss Piggy. So just choose one of those.
And Gonzo. There's Gonzo.
Oh yeah, the guy with the big phallic nose.
I pick Gonzo because as a Gonzo journalist, I got to look out for my own kind. Gonzo is he's on the same page as me. You know what I'm saying? The same page in a book of journalistic writing. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You think he's hot because of his career? That's pretty stupid.
Hey, your career how did you get into a relationship, Monkey?
Because I showed my face.
Who asked the question.
I showed my face in the Two Broke Girls review, and she thought I was cute.
Why was she watching the Two Broke Girls review?
Because she wanted to know if Two Broke Girls was worth her time.
I doubt that. She thought you were. She's seen your other videos. She thought you were funny. She thought you were a good writer. She's attracted. First, you got her wet with the great analytical, well, you don't really analyze shit. You got her in with the jokes. You hit her with the funny, and then she saw you were pretty, and she was like, oh, okay, I see how it is, That's how it works. That's how it works for all of us. Then you get on Snapchat, and you're done. So, Gonzo, he's blue. He's got a big beak, and you know what they say about guys with big beaks.
Wait, I thought he had he's a big old nose too, right?
Yeah. Same shape. The curtains match the drapes, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, his dick looks like a beak.
That's not the phrase, is it? the carpet matches the drapes.
I think if you've ever seen the movie Due Date with Zach Galifianakis, I think you are that character.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, I have one problem with your argument. Gonzo, this boy Gonzo you're talking about, he's like a special effects artist. Like, he shoots himself out of cannons and shit. He's not a Gonzo journalist. You got the character wrong.
But his name's Gonzo.
Yeah.
He's obviously named after Gonzo journalist.
Your legal full name is Digibrony. Are you a brony? Does your name signify what you are?
I was born a brony.
Oh. Maybe he was born a Gonzo anime journalist, and then he realized he was gay as fuck and got a better job.
He could have changed his name like I did.
Well, he didn't. No. That's retarded. And I'm not even going to tell you why it's retarded. Because I don't need to make this argument. I actually have a special guest star who volunteered to come in and argue on his own behalf.
This question, everything about this was loaded in your favor.
No way! What are you talking about?
Your fucking girlfriend voted, fucking left the comment, and she got all the votes, not only because it's sheep over, but because everyone knew that if Muppets were involved in the question, then you were gonna bring your special guest on the show. Everyone's favorite part of Mumkey's entire canon is that he has a special connection with a very prominent guest. So, I feel like the cards are stacked against
It's not my fault that I have friends in high places. So without further ado, I'll introduce my Muppet friend. Hey guys, it's me, Big Bird. I am the hottest Muppet. And here's why. Do you know why they call me Big Bird? It's not because my body is big. It's because my dick is big. And what's hotter than a huge dick? Gonzo might have a big phallic nose, but Big Bird has a big phallic dick.
I want to kill myself. Is Big Bird a Muppet?
Yes.
I'm getting a head shake from my left.
That can mean she's shaking yes or no. You have to be more specific.
No. A side-to-side head shake. Hold on, I'm opening Google. Is Big Bird a Muppet?
Of course Big Bird's a Muppet.
Big Bird, a larger-than-human-sized puppet, one of the creatures known as Muppets, created by puppeteer Jim Henson.
Get fucked.
Well, alright.
So here's why Big Bird...
If you think Big Bird's huge cock is better than Gonzo's beautiful blue fur and...
But Digi, we're not talking about aesthetics here. You specifically said that it's like about their personality and their job and their career. And let me tell you,
isn't Big Bird like a literal retard? Isn't that like...
Yes. What's more attractive than somebody who's ignorant and stupid? Ignorance is bliss. That's why you're so attracted to lowlies, because they don't know any better. But
I seem to remember that last time you made an ignorance is bliss argument, you got blown the fuck out when autism was better than Down syndrome.
I don't remember that.
You might want to tread carefully here.
Let me tell you, there is a new Sesame Street character named Julia who is severely autistic. Have you heard of this?
I think you told me about it.
Yeah.
You keep tabs on all the autism.
I watched the episode where she's introduced. Delightful character. I thought it was it represented my issues in my life very well.
Yeah.
But in that episode, Big Bird interacts with Julia, and he doesn't understand why she's being so weird and rude to him, but then he very quickly learns that she has these disabilities, and he embraces them and accepts her as a friend. And what is more attractive than somebody who can very quickly adapt to autism? I think anybody in our audience needs somebody who can easily adapt to autism, and that's why Big Bird is the hottest Muppet.
That sounds like an answer Sheepover would appreciate. As
Yeah,
someone who's
I heard that
easily
she's
adapted
also
to-
attracted to autism.
Yeah.
You got anything else about Gonzo?
All I gotta say is, you know, Big Bird might have the size, but Gonzo's got the shape.
Can you Google real quick what do bird penises look like? I think that might be important to my argument.
Gonzo's dick looks like his beak. The carpets match the drapes, as I said earlier.
Yeah, is Big Bird's dick covered in feathers?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're ramping up my argument. That helps me.
You want feathers in your fucking pussy, dude?
Have you ever had feathers in your pussy?
I don't know how to answer that. Let's move on to the next argument.
Debate
Monkey.
number 2 from good
They're
fan.
arguments, not debates.
Yeah. Yeah, Maddox is gonna sue us, just like this question comes from Zuja. How are we gonna do a bonus episode tonight? I'm already fucking gone. Zuja A wants to know, what is the worst thing you can say to a girl? This seems unfair because you have a girl in the room.
Yeah, hold on. Let me consult.
Oh God!
Let me consult
damn
the
it.
expert. She's just looking at me like, I don't fucking know, dude. What's the worst thing you can say to a girl? Alright, I'm not getting any help. I'm getting no assistance.
Good.
She's a true audience surrogate, because the audience wouldn't help me either. They'd be like, fuck that.
All right, Digi, I got an answer for
Fuck
you.
that nigger. Alright, what's your answer?
Here's the worst thing you can say to a girl. I see you as my equal.
Oh.
Here's the big problem with that. Women need feminism to feel special. If they don't feel like they're being fought, if they don't feel like there's a patriarchy who's manipulating them and planning against their success, what do women have? The only thing women have is pretending to be victimized. And if you tell her that she is your equal, she can no longer pretend to be victimized. And then what? She has nothing. She's just like an equal person. What are they going to fight for? How do they get cheaper college? They don't. They have to pay the same as a man. Not fair. How do they get equal wages at work? Well, they do, but we don't want that at all. See, treating a woman as your equal is the worst thing you can say to her.
Monkey, I zoned out for most of what you were saying just now.
Good. It'll be hard for you to argue against it because you weren't paying attention.
Well, I'm trying to think of what the worst thing to say to a girl is, and my mind is like, as soon as you asked, in fact, as soon as I read it right before you asked, a phrase popped into my mind immediately, and I can't stop thinking about it. And I don't think it's an argument-winning answer, but I can't get it out of my mind. And it's the phrase, "Let me put my mouth where you potty, boo." Which comes,
wow.
It comes from a rap. What's his fucking name? It's a guest verse on a Chance the Rapper song called Smoke Again. And it's that fuckboy.
XXXTentacion?
No, not that one. He's the other fuckboy. I still gotta fight him.
Yeah.
It's some other guy. But anyways, he says, "Let me put my mouth where you potty, boo." And that line is so bad that I cut that song off of the album and I haven't listened to it in years. It's so fucking terrible. Because here's the thing. Women love getting head, but they don't like to be reminded that they pee. Women, see, the funny thing about women is that, like, everyone thinks that, there's this, like, whole mythos that, like, women don't poop, women don't fart, women don't use the bathroom, women don't bleed. But it's only women who care about that. Like, men don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, shit on my chest, I don't care. Like, shit all over me, shit down my throat. I'll have all the shit, all the piss. But women don't want to know that they poop. They want to remain ignorant of it themselves. They want to pretend it's not real. You know, it's not even for your sake, it's for their own. So when you say, "Let me put my mouth where you potty," you're emphasizing the worst part to them of the idea. Like, they would rather pretend that there is no pee hole down there, that your mouth is just going straight into their pussy, you know? So that's why it's not something to say to a girl.
I've got two big problems with your argument. Number one, You're offering a woman oral sex. That's the ultimate thing you can do.
But you're not offering her oral sex, because oral sex would be on her vagina, and that's not where you potty out of. There's a separate hole, like about a half an inch upwards.
The message of the statement is pretty much, I'm going to put my mouth on your crotch. Women love that. She'll probably suck your dick just because you said it. Sounds like a good thing. Problem number 2 is that I have empirical evidence, Digi, and you might not want to hear this because I certainly didn't want to. Empirical evidence that some women do enjoy peeing, perhaps even on their partner. May I remind you, there's a little podcast called the Procrastinators Podcast. And in an episode called How I Lost My Virginity, a certain YouTube editor may or may not have revealed that perhaps their girlfriend enjoys to pee on them. Who knows? Maybe you'll be saying this to a girl who loves to pee on you, and then she'll give you double blowjobs because she is thinking about peeing in your mouth.
How do we know that she likes peeing on him and not just that he likes being peed on and she's willing to do it?
I mean, I guess we could just ask him. I don't think there was any
specification. We could, but he's not here. So
send him an invite to the podcast. We'll ask him live on air.
How would you feel if I give me just a head shake or a head nod? Yes or no on let me put my mouth where you potty boo. I'm getting a hard no on that one.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though. Somebody who's dating you can't be considered an actual woman.
How about I see you as my equal? How do you feel? I got a shrug. Doesn't care. Not important.
It's not about what she thinks. It's about the impact on society. Because if you tell a woman this, then she thinks she's your equal, and she'll try to behave that way. It ruins society for everybody.
You're interpreting worst thing on like a global scale.
You're doing it on a very small individual scale. I'm doing it on the widest scale possible. Mine's a way bigger problem than yours.
So you weren't saying that a girl will hate it if you say that. You're saying that it's bad to encourage girls.
That's the question. Okay. What's the worst thing you can say to a girl? Mine's the worst because it'll encourage them to think that they're equal and to behave as such. Last thing you want to see a woman do.
The problem here is that I think exclusively with my dick. So when I read the worst thing to say to a girl, I only think what will keep me from getting laid.
So offering a woman oral sex is going to get you a blowjob. Oh, how terrible it must be to be your dick in that situation.
He's not offering oral sex. He's offering to put his mouth where she potty boo.
They potty out of their fucking vag, dude. It's all the same shit.
No. There's two holes.
The holes are literally a millimeter apart. Okay, I'm guessing his mouth is not half a millimeter. I'm guessing it covers both sections at the same time.
Nah, dog. It should be either below or above. You know? But not.
So how would you change the lyric? I'm gonna put my mouth where I stick my dick in you, boo?
I wouldn't put the lyric in there because it doesn't even fit the rhyme scheme right, and it breaks the song completely, and he laughs afterwards. It's fucking terrible.
It sounds like your problem is with a rap song. My problem is with women feeling like they're equal in society. Way bigger problem.
I think mine's a much bigger issue.
No.
Ruining that one line takes. Look, acid rap is probably my number 2 favorite album of all time, and that line infects that song, which is otherwise fine, so badly that it's taken it off the album, and it's the one black spot on what is otherwise a perfect album. So that line is so bad, it almost ruins the greatest rap album of all time.
Okay, so if you think that women believing themselves to be equal in society is worse, vote for me. If you think that some shitty rap album becoming even shittier is worse, then vote for Digi. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying if you like acid rap, vote for me.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the album.
Digi, I'm not feeling good about these debates. We better step up our game in the third one.
All right.
Oh, good. We're going to go from gender relations to race relations. We're much better at talking about that.
Yeah, honestly, we are.
So here's a question from John Veal, who wants to know, should public schools go back to segregation?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because it's a lot easier to show the blacks the social hierarchy when they're in the same schools as us. Like, imagine if you're in two separate schools, let's say there's a black school and a white school. The black kids go to the black school and they just imagine what the white school is like. They're like, oh, it's probably so nice. It's probably a great place. And we're trapped in this shitty place. And it's, but it's all just in their head. It's all hypothetical. But when you put them in the same building, they actually see all the white kids walking around with the expensive backpacks and the expensive notebooks and nice pens that they got from their parents. And meanwhile, they're over there with their bag lunch and their shoes with the holes in them. And then they truly feel how much they are put down by society, and it seeps into their bones, and they feel like there's nothing they can do about it, because if you have a clear distinction between white and black schools, then the black people know exactly what they're trying to fight against. They know what to rise up against. But if they're in the same schools as the white people, it's like, well, we already won the battle. There's nothing we can do about this. It's just, maybe it's genetic. Maybe it's just in our blood that we're gonna be like this. And, it puts them in our place.
Digi, I'm frankly offended that you're presenting such a conservative argument that segregation should not exist. I'm a little more progressive. I like to think of myself as a progressive Mormon evangelist. And let me tell you why, Digi. Let me tell you why segregation is the truest form of progressivism. Digi,
Okay.
What was the most progressive movie of the last decade?
Moana.
No. Try again.
Moonlight.
Nope. Try again.
Give me a minute. Don't give it to me. Django.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh, of course. How the fuck did I miss that?
Now, you might, if you've studied Ghostbusters 2016 as I have, I've studied it thoroughly. I've seen it over 69 times. You'll see that the white women in the film are these brilliant scientists who are smart from reading books and going to college. But the black character, played by the lovely Leslie Jones, who happens to be Mumkey Jones's long-lost aunt. That's
I guess
the
you're
relation.
from the monkey side of the family.
Offensive. Leslie Jones, by the way, if you guys didn't know at home, she had a lot of nude photos leak, and they are just lovely. Go check those out. Go Google Leslie Jones nudes. You will definitely regret it. But the Leslie Jones character, she doesn't have science intelligence. She doesn't have book smarts. She has a little thing I like to call street smarts. And that's the crux of the argument. White people learn from books. Black people learn from the streets. Trying to mix them together is not good for either side, because then the teachers have to try to pander to both sides. Oh, here's a book, little Sally. Oh, here's a street, little Laquanda. It doesn't work. If you divide them, then you can conquer. It's divide and conquer. It's separate but equal. The white people can learn from the books and get educated that way and be able to go bust ghosts. And the black people can learn from streets, and they can read street signs and look at pavement and all that great stuff, and then they can also bust ghosts. It doesn't help to try to mix two different cultures together and force them to learn different things when you can just focus on one type of education in separate but equal facilities.
Cultural appropriation's a big no-no.
Yeah.
We can't put white people on the streets or black people in schools. It's gonna appropriate each other's culture.
I'm so sick of white people thinking they can go out and read a street sign. That's clearly cultural appropriation from those with street smarts.
I've seen white guys try to throw up gang signs before. It's like, dude, what are you doing? That is for the blacks.
Yeah.
Do not appropriate the culture of the blacks.
Or one time my mom stopped at a stop sign and I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? You're not supposed to be able to read that. You don't have street smarts. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just run the intersection. You're not supposed to know what that says.
Yeah. White people are only supposed to die in car crashes. We're not supposed to know how to drive.
Right. So yeah, how can you argue against that, Digi? That, certain cultures learn better in certain ways, and trying to mix them together is not good for education.
Well, I understand your argument. I feel like the problem with it, though, is that you're arguing for equality, and the races are not inherently equal. They shouldn't be treated as equals.
Yeah.
So if you put them all in one place, it lets them know how unequal it all really is.
But that's the greatest part about segregation, is it's a lie. We say it's separate but equal. But did you see those fucking water fountains? Not very equal at all. One of them actually works. The other one spurts out boiling hot lava water. We say it's equal, but that's the trick. And they don't know any better because they're always on the street.
I don't know, Mumkey. I feel like we both have pretty good arguments here. This is one of those things where it's like choosing between the moorer of two goods.
Well, here's my problem with your argument, is that when you mix the races and you're trying to... Your argument was, the black people will learn their place and they can know what privileges, blah, 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 blah. Why do you think every school shooter is white? The problem is...
no idea.
These white school shooters who go through depression and poverty and all these things they're having this shoved down their throats that, you're white, so your life must be perfect. Oh, look at these poor black people. Look at this 4.0 student, this rich black kid. His life must be way worse than yours because his skin is a darker shade. That drives the poor white kid fucking insane. He thinks, he automatically is supposed to be worse off than me just because of his skin color? Fuck
Hold
that.
on.
I'm shooting up this school.
Has there ever been a school shooter who has cited this as why they were depressed?
Did you read the manifesto of Dylan Klebold? He said, I'm tired of these fucking black people thinking that they have less privilege than me. I'm going to show them what privilege is because my handgun is named Privilege. I'm going to fucking show him privilege right through his skull, baby.
Never heard of him.
You should look it up. It's a true story.
I should have heard of him. Well, who was he? Is he the guy who shot up the church?
No, it's Columbine.
Oh, the Columbine. Well, why would I know his name? I don't know shit about Columbine.
Well, there you go. Now, since you don't know shit about Columbine, you have no way of verifying if I'm making shit up or not. You just have to accept it and say Mumkey wins the debate.
What about the Korean guy? What about Virginia Tech? He shot up a school.
Well, much like Elliot Rodger, we've learned that anybody who is half white, half Asian is just... It's a genetic...
He wasn't half white. He was just Korean.
Listen, if somebody has any Asian DNA, they're out for vengeance no matter what. And he just so happened... That's the problem.
That is actually true of Koreans.
And he wasn't segregated. If he would have been in an all-Korean school, that never would have happened. That's why, mixing up the races in a school setting... If he was in an all-Korean
school, they all would have constantly been killing each other as vengeance killings in a never-ending cycle of
No,
vengeance.
they would have prayed to Buddha, but they couldn't because in the white school they were praying to Jesus, the white god.
Do Koreans pray to Buddha? Nobody prays to Buddha, but do
yes,
Koreans worship Buddha?
Probably. They're Asian.
That's fair.
I think, depending on the roundness of your eyes, you either pray to Jesus or to Buddha.
Okay.
Hey, Digi, what's the last debate of the night?
All right, I need you to help me define this one. From Jammy Sandwich, the question is, was To Catch a Predator entrapment?
Hey,
and
great show.
What is entrapment?
So it's when the police set you up for a crime. They, pretty much force you to commit a crime so that they can arrest you for it.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I've never seen To Catch a Predator,
but... Maybe I shouldn't have picked this question.
But I'm familiar with the concept. And, it's always felt wrong to me that they set these guys up, because they don't commit a crime. They're not talking to a real 12-year-old, and they come to the house, and it's just, a guy, and they're like, oh, you're under arrest for, something that didn't really happen. You're under arrest for a fiction that we crafted. We wrote a story where you are a rapist who is trying to, get at a 12-year-old girl, but there is no 12-year-old girl. So, I don't know. That's weird, I think.
Well,
that's a completely serious answer, by the way.
I hate to burst your bubble, Digi, but no. To Catch a Predator is not entrapment, because in my opinion, it shouldn't even be illegal in the first place. Digi, have you ever heard of the wise saying from my good friend, what's the name of that black guy, who that rapper who recently got caught having a sex cult?
And he XXXTentacion?
No, I think it's R. Kelly. Is he the one who pees on people?
R. Kelly's the pee on people guy.
So
pee
R. Kelly,
girl guy.
Wise black philosopher R. Kelly once said, age ain't nothing but a number. And he's absolutely correct. Why is it illegal to meet an 11-year-old girl online and try to have sex with her? She's pretty much an adult. She's had her period within the next year or so. She's an adult. Why is it illegal for us to try to have sex with them? It's not entrapment.
Wait, how does that
It's not even anything. It shouldn't be a problem at all. It should be encouraged. I think that in sex ed in 5th grade, they should teach girls how to start a chat room username so that they can meet a potential male.
How does the fact that it should be legal affect whether or not the show is entrapment?
Because
it's currently not legal. Like, it should be, but it's not. So it's still entrapment. Like, where's your argument here?
Because the argument is that it shouldn't be illegal in the first place, in which case it wouldn't be entrapment.
But it is illegal in the first place.
That's what the government wants you to think. I'm not going by the government's laws. I'm going by God's laws, baby. And God, because I'm Mormon now, in case you forgot 8 episodes ago, God says you should be able to fuck whoever you want and how many of them that you want. That's why I have 10 wives as a Mormon man, and all of them are below the age of 12. I'm following God's laws.
How are you going to write your answer to this? How are you going to phrase what people are going to vote for on this question?
It's not entrapment because it shouldn't be illegal in the first place.
That doesn't affect whether it's entrapment or not.
Yes, it is.
No. And
Digi.
The word does, not is.
So Martin Luther King Jr. once wrote in his letter from the Birmingham jail that you should break the laws that you don't agree with. And if you're doing that, then you agree that those laws shouldn't even exist. So are you going to tell me that Martin Luther King Jr. was entrapped by daring to protest the way that black people were being treated? You think that an unjust law counts as entrapment?
Pretty sure Martin Luther King was the nonviolent revolution guy, the work within the system guy.
Yeah, and he got fucking arrested because he was doing a peaceful protest. He went against a law that shouldn't have even been a law. He was entrapped completely.
Yeah, you're saying that he was going against a law that shouldn't have been a law, ergo he was entrapped. So there you go. You're arguing that the guys on To Catch a Predator are going against a law that shouldn't be a law and are entrapped. You just said that.
But in his own mind, it's not against the law. It's his God-given right, which it is. So it's not entrapment for him. It's by the government. So I think the difference here
How does he feel after he's in fucking prison? Probably pretty entrapped, Mumkey.
I think the difference here is that I'm taking a very libertarian, anti-government approach, and you're like, you know what? If the government makes up a law, we should just follow it, and I guess they can just decide if it's okay to fuck an 11-year-old.
You're the libertarian here.
I'm the libertarian completely.
Dick's so small you can barely see it.
I hope this isn't anybody's first episode, because this is not a good display of what we have to offer here. I think we're so amped up about the Yu-Gi-Oh duel that we can't think of anything else.
Yeah, it's not gallons of alcohol you consumed before the show at all.
There's a certain level of drunk where you can be funny, but then if you cross a certain threshold, you can no longer be funny. And I think I crossed that threshold about 2.5 hours ago. So everybody, if you didn't like this episode, I sincerely apologize. I tried my best.
I like drunken fucking catastrophes, so I'm all about it.
All right, you want to go to voicemails? We got a shit ton this week.
We got enough to probably fill the rest of the show. So. All
right, this first one. Last week we did a little teaser trailer for the Kermit the Frog and That Anime Snob show, if you remember.
Oh yeah, we did a whole fucking trailer for that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we had one of them call in to thank us for playing the trailer. So let me know when you're ready for it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Kermit the Frog here. I would like to thank you guys for sharing that clip of my upcoming podcast with That Anime Snob. However, it pains me to say the show has been canceled as somehow he got us in debt before we recorded the second episode. He tried to raise funds to salvage the show. I remember his catchphrase was, "Come here, big boy, I can show you a real big fat Greek wedding." Oh God, it was horrifying. I've never seen so much Greek yogurt in my life. But anyway, before I go, I would like to thank you both for discussing the benefits of Sharia law. You guys really convinced me to convert, and now the only poor guy is my wife. Digi, go fuck yourself. Monkey, you're okay. End of voicemail.
Hey, I'm glad I'm glad Kermit thinks I'm okay.
Yeah. He literally did a biggest problem sign off. That's nice.
Yeah.
I think are we now accepted as the official successor to the biggest problem in the universe?
Well, if this episode is any representation, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But hey, we gotta get ready for Asterios to come on. So everybody should end their voicemails with Digi, go fuck yourself. Mumkey, you're okay. I think that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, probably.
Also, speaking of that anime snob, the guy who got my channel back and got the episode 11 strike removed, I guess that anime snob contacted him to try to get his channel back, but that was like 5 days ago. And from my experience, the guy gets things revoked within like 2 days. So, despite his best efforts, despite his best efforts, I don't think that anime snob is coming back to YouTube anytime soon.
Oh, what a beautiful world we live in.
No, I like him. I want him to come back.
By the way,
who else will dare to shit on Digi?
That actually sounded like Kermit the Frog. Just saying.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Every
time Kermit's on the show, it's just him. It sounds like him. It's him.
Let's just say he was in rare form today. He sounded like he used to back when he was on TV regularly.
Oh yeah.
Usually when he calls into the show, he sounds a little sickly. He sounds like he maybe has a throat cancer or something. But I think it was cleared up by the time he sent that voicemail.
Now, Digi, last week we got a voicemail from, I think it was like Nolan West or something, and I was suspicious of it. I thought maybe it might have been a fake, but this week we got a lot more voicemails from a lot more Nolans. So I guess let me know when you're ready for this next one.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello, Mupkey and Digibro. This is Nolan Northeast, and I'd just like to thank you for featuring my brothers, Nolan South and Nolan West, on your podcast. Thanks to you doing that, I've been able to triangulate their positions, and I can finally begin my master plan. I can now begin to consume all of the 8 directional Nolan brothers, and I can finally achieve our true form. Nolan omnidirectional.
Well, I think we might have an evil Nolan in our midst.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it, because I assumed all of the Nolans, like the first two, like Nolan North and Nolan South, they would all have voices that don't sound autistic. Yeah. The last couple ones...
Maybe Nolan Northeast just is autistic, and that's why he thinks that he can combine with all the others. Like, I highly doubt he can actually do that. That doesn't sound like a thing. So
I have no idea, but we got another Nolan brother coming in next, let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, let's see if he knows anything about this. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Hey. Hey, Mumkey. Hey,
yeah. This sounds like Nolan North to me.
Nolan Southeast here. It may sound like I'm in a cave or maybe in a construction.
It sounds like you're in.
It just sounds like you're next to a fan, dude.
And I'm calling from somewhere in the southeast. And I just wanted to say that.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
Every Nolan has a different story. Except Nolan.
This is worse than Weird Matthew McConaughey.
Southwest, I think.
Fucking awful.
Was he trying to imply that he was trapped in a mine because he's from the Southeast? So he's from South America. So he's trapped in a fucking mine. Is that what he was trying to get at there?
I have no idea what all these potential imposters were implying, did you? Because the actual Nolan's all I know is that the next voicemail tries to clear some of this up. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Hey everyone, it's me, Nolan West, the real Nolan West, not the goddamn fake Nolan West. I wasn't gonna come on your show, but when I heard that some Mexican tried to steal my identity, I had to come on, make things right. And to do that, I guess I'll just start with a question.
His voicemail?
What kind of goddamn lame-brained idea was it to try and steal my shit? That's my fucking thing, dude. I am Nolan West. The fact that you think you can come on here with your shitty accent and try to impersonate West the Best, motherfucker, you're dumb, dude. That was a dumb move, man. And you're gonna fucking pay for it. You're fucking dead, dude. Your career is over. I'm gonna put you in the fucking ground, man. I'm gonna sacrifice you on the goddamn altar so that everyone can see your spread entrails across the marble, and everyone's gonna know not to fuck with Nolan West, alright? You got that, fucker? Oh, you thought you were gonna be so funny with the, oh, I'm just gonna, on the joke, I'm gonna impersonate Nolan West. No, you fuck. Don't you ever fucking think that you can amount to what I have amounted to in my life. Yeah. Boku no Pico? Ha! You don't even know. You don't even know the fucking history of what Nolan West has been through. Alright, fucker? So, while you thought it was really, really funny to, like, come on, saying shit, saying whatever, oh, I'm so funny. No, that's not funny, asshole. You fucking stole my identity. That's a fucking crime. You should be in prison. But instead, I'm letting you off with just a minor punishment. Let me tell you, I've called the police. All right, fucker? I know where you live. All right? So...
All right, Monkey, we're at an hour, so,
You want to stop it?
Yeah, I already did.
You want to stop the official Nolan West from his great message?
Is this the official Nolan West? Do we really know? Like,
well, my hypothesis is that all of the Nolans sound alike, and this sounds like the first two, or I guess the first one.
Why would they all sound alike? I mean, Nolan South didn't even really sound like Nolan North. In fact, he sounds exactly like H. John Benjamin, which is kind of a weird coincidence. But
maybe,
you know, so I feel like maybe Nolan West here. I mean, why wouldn't Nolan West be Mexican? That's West.
No, Mexico is south, I thought.
It's on the west side of the fucking world, though.
Well, that's true. Hey, I guess I'll play the rest of his voicemail at the end of the show if anybody wanted to hear it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Are these, like, which Nolans are the real ones? We've got all these weird Nolan impersonators. I don't know what to make of it.
I had, you know, I have expectations for what Nolan West will be like. I think I've heard Nolan West talk before, and neither of these Nolan Wests has really sounded like the Nolan West that I remember. So, you know, I'll hold out until I hear a Nolan West that reminds me of the Nolan West that
real Nolan West, please stand up, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
I have to pee really bad, so maybe we should cut off now and go do bonus episode 3. Do our Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, baby!
Everybody, if you want to watch us play Yu-Gi-Oh!, pay for the bonus episode. We're probably not going to get any purchases on this bonus episode because we've told them that we're just going to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
We're still going to do some traditional debates, but we're also going to play some Yu-Gi-Oh!
Arguments.
Yeah.
Alright, suck my dick, fuck my ass.
You did it.
Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DigiB going green, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
Don't think that I haven't taken some mercy on you. You should be groveling at my feet, buddy. You should be kissing my toes, all right? Just because I haven't flayed you yet. And you know what? If you don't call in next time with an apology, I'm gonna fucking find you, and I'm gonna make sure that you're never seen again. All right, now that that's taken care of, let's get down to business, huh? You guys want Nolan North on the show, right? It's not going to be easy. There's only one way to get Nolan North to appear at will, and that's to power the Nolan Compass. To power the Nolan Compass, you'll have to endure the directional Nolan argument challenges. It's like a social media argument, but the loser will have to endure a punishment so that his loot will be siphoned into the compass. Once you've completed the challenges, the compass will regain its etheric magnetism and bring Nolan North to whatever location you want. Here's today's DNA challenge. What is the lowest, most pathetic scumbag type of person? In other words, what's the worst type of person? Loser of the argument has to talk in a cutesy baby voice throughout all the next podcast.